What's up everyone, welcome to my channel, and I'm going to teach you in this video what are the mindset things that changed completely my business that helped me go from zero to $300,000 a month between the two businesses that I own. And I see a lot of wholesalers doing the same mistake over and over again. It just has to do everything with your mind and how you see things. In the last 4 years, I've actually worked with over 400 real estate investors, wholesalers, and multiple business owners, and I've seen a lot of little things that happen in the back end, how to build out the teams, how to build out their systems, and how to build out everything around them. And there's a few things I really want to discuss. The very first thing is how you actually see virtual assistants, and whenever you hire a virtual assistant, what you think about that person. First of all, what is a virtual assistant? A virtual assistant is someone that you can actually hire that lives in another country that is not in the US, and you can pay them $4, $5, $6, $7 an hour that can do different tasks for you. But the thing is that you think that this person can only do low-level things. And that is a big lie, because if you think about it and you go to another country, and if you have an actual passport that you've seen different things around the world, that these people are highly educated, highly qualified about doing much more than just basic stuff. People only think that they can do admin work, they can do calendar work, checking emails, responding to emails, or even just doing cold calling. There's much more about offshore employees than what you think of. My entire team is actually remote. We do everything virtual. And I have from operations managers, I have team leads, I have client success coaches, I have cold callers, I have lead managers or appointment setters, I have closers, I have high-level individuals, and even developers that are developing our software that are doing this for our company. And it just so happened that they actually live in another country. We're talking here Colombia, Mexico, Argentina, Portugal, South Africa, you name it. We have hired them, and we know they're amazing individuals. These people have actually had high levels of education, have gone to school. We have actually taken them from different companies, top companies in other countries. And they used to work for a company that doesn't pay as well as we do, that doesn't have a great culture as we do. And they just want another opportunity in United States of America. And just so happened that I can offer them better pay, remote work, a great culture, ultimately a projection that my company is gonna grow and have a big vision. And that's why they're gonna come here and work with us. These people have worked in companies like Zillow, Realtor.com, Uber, Virgin Mobile, Google. Like, there's engineers working in our companies because we know who to hire and where to hire them. People that keep thinking that virtual assistants or VAs can only do minor or basic stuff, they have the wrong mindset about offshore employees. If you actually get a passport and if you actually travel around the world, you go to Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, anywhere around the world, you'll see people that are really, really smart. You'll see people that are going to work very, very hard. They're proud of their work. They are passionate about working for another company that is going to give them the value that they deserve. If you don't allow them to fail, if you don't allow them to do things that are outside of the basic day-to-day admin stuff, you're never going to see their potential. And they're probably also going to feel that they're not going to grow, and they're going to quit, and they're going to tell you, hey, look, I really don't want to do this anymore. The right individual, the right A player will always want to grow. So if you are hiring people that are stagnant and only want to do basic stuff forever, you probably did a wrong hire. Or you're just hiring people that are just comfortable and just want to do the same thing over and over forever. That's why you have to go to companies like Latinos.com that is going to help you find the top 5% of employees that live in other countries so your company can grow. And this is not only applicable for real estate, it's also applicable for any business. Even brick and mortar businesses are starting to realize that they can hire cashiers from Philippines, that they can hire project managers to manage their properties for real estate companies. The big companies like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Uber, Google, all these companies have been hiring people outside of the US for a long period of time, and they have their workforce in offshore countries because they know the level of talent that exists out there. The second bad mindset is you think you know how to sell. You think that you know how to do a sales process. A lot of people are coming from different industries, or they are really good at talking to people. They know exactly what it takes to actually have a conversation with someone, and they come into the real estate space and they think that they don't need to learn something new. They think that they're good. I know how to talk to people. My English is perfect. Obviously, I have this energetic, enthusiastic personality that allows me to have really good conversations. The problem is that you are in a marketing and sales business. So if you're wholesaling in real estate investing and flipping, that's a marketing and sales business, which means that you need to get really good at marketing, but really good at sales. The moment that you have a conversation with the seller, you need to have a process, a repeatable process that people can do. And that's from the moment that you connect with the seller and do an entire discovery call to the moment that you actually try to get it on the contract, which is doing a demo of what you can do for them, get it on the contract, give them a good offer, and close that deal. All of that requires an entire process. And there's people out there that actually teach you processes. RJ Bates teach you one way. Steve Trank teach you one way. Eric Klein teach you another way. But at the end of the day, you need a process to go through so that it's repeatable, and then you can pass it on to your closers or salespeople that you hire in the future. Because imagine if you only go by intuition, you only go by what you can actually do naturally, you're never gonna know where the mistakes are from the people that you hire, your closers. And if you have a process and you listen to the call of your closers that you actually hire, now you're going to identify where they're wrong at. Was that connecting with the seller? Was that uncovering motivation? Was that uncovering the fact finding about the property? Was that uncovering their goals? Was it pre-handling objections? Was it the pre-pitch? Was it doing the pitch? Was it giving the right numbers? Was it the offer? Was it the tonality? Was it the pace? Was it the way that you say things? Was it that you couldn't connect with the seller at all? You need to understand what's happening during the conversation, and obviously record all these calls so you can give feedback and get feedback from your closers and from yourself. The first thing about doing sales is understanding yourself, being super aware. The best closers in the world, the best business owners in the world are very aware of how to do things, and they know that if something didn't work out, it's their own fault. The third thing is the follow-up mindset. If you're not following up within 2 minutes, if you're not following up consistently the first week, the first 2 weeks with every seller, every lead that comes in until you get them on the phone, in the first few seconds, in the first few minutes, the probability of you getting a hold of the seller and doing a deal, converting that deal, goes down and down and down. That person is interested at the right moment. At that moment is interested. And then after that, they might get busy. They might start going with their day-to-day. They may forget about you. They do have an intent to sell, but they might fulfill that intent with someone else that actually get them on the phone. And there's a lot of people that just give up in the first call, in the first few calls, the first day or the second day. And if you have a team that does it, you're not training your team correctly. You're not telling them that they have to continuously follow up with that person until they get them on the phone. You have not created systems with SMS, email, even direct mail to get a hold of that seller. You don't send your team to the house and be resourceful, be like, hey, this seller's not picking up the phone. Well, I'm gonna go to the house, I'm gonna knock the door, and I'm going to actually get a hold of that seller. I wanna talk with that seller. I wanna talk with that lead. You can be as resourceful. You can send them a pizza and tell them, hey, call me. This pizza is on us. We wanna buy your house. You filled out a form. You're not picking up the phone. We wanna get a hold of you. There's so many ways to actually do it. You can send them a thank you letter right after that. If you don't have the mindset that you need to get a hold of that person, you're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunity. You're only gonna convert 1 to 3% of people, as opposed to converting 5 to 7%, all the way to 10+% of people by just adding better follow-up in the short term and in the long term. The fourth bad mindset thing is scaling your side hustle. If you're going to think that wholesaling is gonna be a side hustle, don't even get into wholesaling. This is a full business. You need to create a business out of this. It's not a side hustle. It will never be. And I'm sorry if you think that way, but you will never going to be able to achieve great things if you only do it partially. If you go into something, go all in. Take your right step and then take your second step and keep moving forward. Don't have one foot in, one foot out. make sure that you do whatever it takes in order to make it an actual business. You have to create systems. You have to hire great people. If you're going into real estate investing, wholesaling, flipping, and not thinking that this is going to be a full-blown business, don't even try. There's so many other side hustles that you can do. Like, this is not a side hustle. The fifth thing is actually that this is gonna get you rich fast. No, this is gonna take time. You understand that real estate, wholesaling, investing, flipping, it takes quite some time to close the deal, even after you have it under contract, which means that when you launch a campaign, when you launch a marketing channel, it's going to take quite some time to get it under contract and then close it. This is called cash conversion cycles. The time that you launch your campaign to the time that you get your first lead, to the time that you get the first contract, to the time that you actually get closed and money in your pocket. You have to take into account all of this because otherwise you're going to go crazy. So if you start cold calling, your first deal will probably come in after 7 to 9 months. If you start doing inbound marketing, your first deal is going to come after 4 months. That means that the money, you're not going to feel it right away. So this is not something you're going to get rich real fast. You have to understand that you need to invest money, but you need to invest time and patience on this. Remember that success loves speed, wealth loves patience, and poverty loves indecision. So if you don't have the patience to create the diamond, you're not going to make it. You have to be able to give enough time to this for it to pan out. I've never met a ultra millionaire, trillionaire that actually have created something great that it didn't take time. And the last thing is shiny object syndrome. I see over and over a lot of investors and wholesalers, especially the ones that are just starting out, they keep jumping from here to here to here to here, and then, oh, super pixel, and bandit signs, and AI marketing, and leads from this amazing, crazy list that someone just came out of an advertising that they saw online, or this direct mail new company, or this new CRM on this new technology, and they just keep trying all these different things when they're supposed to go dive in and tunnel focus into the one thing, make it work. Then now you can start diversifying, go super deep into one thing, and then make it work. You're going to make money over and over. Like the people that do a lot of things at the same time, they have earned that right? Like the multi-decade trillionaires, they have multiple things that they have earned that right. And they're in the level that they can actually afford doing that. But at the very beginning, they were not doing that. They were focused on the one thing, right? And they made it work really, really, really fast. So if you're gonna let shiny object take over, you probably are gonna have a lot of difficulties scaling this company or any company whatsoever. I actually focused in one thing, real estate flippers and wholesalers, Facebook ads, and going super deep into that. And that's everything that I did for 2 or 3 years, and now I became an expert. And that's why our company now is an expert in a premier company for that industry. Now I was able to diversify and acquire a recruiting company for that specific niche. How deep can you go into this? How many verticals can you actually grow into that specific niche, into that specific thing, after you have actually focused your time over and over and over throughout time on that one thing? I now have 2 different companies, and I'll have a 3rd company and a 4th company in the future on that specific thing. And I'll probably do really good because I keep applying the same principles. So if you believe in the same principles that I just talked about in this video, and you believe that this is going to take you to another level, let me know in the comments the mistakes that you've done. Maybe something that I should have included into this. And remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up. If you like this video and it gave you some value, share it with someone. The only way for this channel to grow is that you subscribe, like, and share with someone else. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.